Okay, so let's start then with our vocabulary for today on lesson 27. So let me just share here the okay. So okay, let's go with the first vocabulary, the first word, which is air conditioning. Very easy, right? Air conditioning. Well, yes, it's a machine or system which cools the air in a building. Air conditioner. Most of the times, David, we can also say just AC. You know, that's another way to just say it, AC, right?
Okay.
Remember that people, in English, the less they talk, the best. Okay, okay. Then number two will be clean up. That's a phrasal verb, right? It's just clean. You can say clean or clean up. So it's just to make a place clean and tidy. So you can say, I'm going to clean up my car, right? Or clean up my house, my apartment, or my flat. Number three is cut down, another phrasal verb. Cut down is to cut a plant, for example, a tree, so that it falls, right? It's just to cut down something, cut down. Number four, damage. We have damage, to harm or break something, right? Damage. Number five, it's a verb, which is depart, depart, to leave a place, right? So you can say, I'm going to leave or I'm going to depart. That's a little bit formal, okay? That's this.
It's the same. It's the same meaning.
Correct, correct. The same, and it's just about like to be more formal, right? I need to depart to
Okay.
my flat, right? So that's another way to say it. Number six, we have departure. Departure is mostly, well, in this case, when someone or something leaves a place. So you can also say, I'm going using departure. I'm going to departure, but most of the times it's like for something, right? Like the plane is going to departure, right? Or the car. So mostly a main of transportation, we can say departure. It's going to leave, right? Now, number seven, destination. This one is very easy, right? What's your destination if you're going to a place, right? Well, it's the place where someone or something is going to, right? So my destination is Guanacaste, for example, right? So I'm going to Guanacaste. So that's the seventh word. Now the eighth one is destroy. Destroy. Well, that's to damage something so badly that it cannot be used or does not exist. So destroy something. Very, very easy, that one. Number nine, we have express coach. Well, what is an express coach? Well, that's a comfortable bus which travels quickly, usually from one city to another. Okay. Mostly that express means that it doesn't stop, right? We have these in Costa Rica, right? We have some express coaches from here to another province, right? That they don't stop, it's just directly, right? So that will be, if you listen, if you're in another country or something and you see or listen express coach, in this case, is something that doesn't stop. It's a bus that goes directly to your destination, to its destination, right?
Can you show the meanings? Sorry.
Sure, sure. It's
Uh,
a comfortable bus which travels quickly, usually from one city to another.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so, and this one is not very common in the U.S. coach, right? But it's very common in Europe, or in this case, England, right? So maybe in the US you can listen to express bus, right? And but I also want for you to know that express means that it just goes directly, right, to a place. Now, number 10, fare. Well, what's the meaning of fare? The price that you pay to travel on an airplane, train, bus, etc. So you can say, what's the fare? If you go to a bus station, for example, you can ask, what's the fare to travel from Chicago to um, Wisconsin or whatever, right? So you just ask the fare, right? You don't say, if you're going to pay for a main of transportation, you don't say what's the price. You say what's the fare. Okay. So this is something very, very important and useful, right? If you're in a city and you want to take a bus or the train, so or they might even tell, yes, David, well, yes, the fare is $50. Okay,
The fare is in relation of this kind of transportation.
correct.
No.
Means of transportation. Instead of saying price, for means of transportation, you say fare. Okay.
Okay.
So it's very, very important, that word, and very useful, right, for you to know it. Now, number 11, we have forest. Very easy, right? The forest, a large area of trees growing close together, forest. Number 12, it's heat. Heat. Well, that's to make something become hot or warm, right? Heat. Number 13, homemade. This one is very, very common nowadays, right? Everything is homemade. Is well, made in someone's home or cooked in a restaurant, not bought from a factory, right? We call it also here is very, very popular, right? In Costa Rica, like homemade beer.
I think that is in Costa Rica. We can compete with this because in my case, for example, in ceramic, in Costa Rica we can offer they offer homemade things that is different of China, for example, that China offers to the people very cheap ceramic.
Right,
and it's different because that I don't know how do you say in English valor agregado, but I can offer the valor agregado that I do homemade ceramic. I do unique designs.
Unique designs. Yeah. So yeah, well, I think it's the profit. I think the profit. I think that's the way you say it. But yes, you're right. Definitely. We can compete. With those type of prices.
Yes,
Right?
I can personalize your desire.
Designing.
Yes,
So you sell ceramic then, David? Is that what you're saying?
In this moment, no. I hope that in
some future.
In some future, I return to the ceramic.
Okay, very interesting. Very interesting.
It's my desire. It's a goal.
It's a goal.
It's a goal.
So yes, you mean because I remember I went to this ceramic place and they were selling like I don't know, like maybe Michael Jackson ceramic or I mean they were like a little bit unique, right? Like the pictures were very unique. Is that something that what you are thinking about, like personalizing this ceramic stuff?
Yes, I think in this kind of art. Yes.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, and we might contact you because we have this house in Guanacaste and we are planning to do some ceramic for our bathroom and
yes, I can make you the bathroom, the plates, the bowls.
Very, very
personalized.
Personalized.
Yes, yes.
Well, very interesting, David. Yeah, homemade ceramic. That's very interesting. Okay, now number 14, we have human being. That's very easy, right? We are human beings. Well, that's a person, not an animal, right? A human being. Now, 15, it's local. Local. What is a local, right? In this case, it's an adjective relating to an area near you. The local, whatever, right? The local city, the local town, right? So that means that it's an area that is close to you, near to you, right? In this case. Now, 16, we have petrol. Petrol, okay? What's petrol? Is gasoline. It's the same thing, right? So it's a liquid fuel using cars, right? So in this case, we have this information. Now, petrol, right? Number 17, we have pollution. Pollution. Well, that's damage caused to water, air, etc. by bad substances, right? Substances, yeah. Like for example, the cars, right? They pollute the air. So that's pollution in total, right? In general, right? Now, let's go with number 16. In this case, we have repair. Very easy. Repair is to mend something that is broken or damaged, right? Number 19.
Man is a synonym.
What is it?
To mend is a synonym.
Mend, it's a synonym for
Synonym,
repair.
okay.
For repair.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So you can say mend or repair are the same. Very, very good observation, right? Okay, and then we have 19, we have responsibility, which is something that is that it is your job or duty to do, right? Yeah, my responsibility is to whatever, right? So that's a noun in this case. 20, let's go with number 20. We have route. That's the roads you follow to get from one place to another place. For example, if you have a school bus, you have a route, right? Some places that you definitely need to go to pick up the kids, right? So a route is like in a specific place, or in this case, a way.
But I can, for example, I can get the same route all the days by car.
You can also exactly. Yeah, you can say, yes, I have a route to get into my job, right? Because it's just roads that you're following to get from one place to another, right? So you can also use that as like your routine, right? Your daily routine driving. Okay, 21 is save. In this case, save, we're going to see it as a verb, is to reduce the amount of money, space, time, etc. that you have to use, right? So you can say, I'm going to save some time, or I'm going to save money, right? So you can use it for, in this case, money, space, or time. It's very interesting. Now, 22 is a noun, society. Well, that's the people who live in the same country or area and have the same laws, traditions, etc. Right? The society. And we need to definitely sometimes we get confused pronouncing this word, right? So we need to be careful. Society, right? Now, 23, we have spoil. Well, what is spoil? Is in this case a verb, is to damage something or stop it from being enjoyable or successful, right? So for example, if this is most of the times if somebody tells you about the end of a movie,
spoiler.
Yeah, exactly. Spoiler, yes. Spoiler, right? So, oh, you just spoiled the movie, right? You just so and this one is a little bit in
some people are good spoilers.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was going to tell you for movies. But it can be also, again, if you damage something, or you just spoil my computer, right? So it's like a little synonym also for damage, right? But in this case, yes, stop it from being enjoyable or successful. Okay, 24, we have a noun, right? Which is stop. In this case, stop is just the place where people can get on or of a bus or tram. In this case, we can just say like a bus stop, right? Now, let's go with number 25, take care. Take care is a verb to give a lot of attention to what you are doing so that you don't have an accident or make a mistake, right? Just take care. Now, 26 is a noun, tour, very easy, right? Tour. That will be a visit to and around a place, area, or country, right? So it's just a tour, very easy, right? In very common here in Costa Rica. Okay, 27. Well, in this case, tour, we can also use it as a verb, right? To travel around a place for pleasure, right? So it can be both a noun or a verb. And 28, we have traveler. Well, what is a traveler? Well, that's someone who is traveling, right? A traveler. Now, 29, a noun, trip. A trip, right? That's a journey. There are synonyms, right? Trip and journey are synonyms in which you visit a place for a short time and come back again, right? So you can say, yes, I'm going to take a trip to the beach, right? I'm going to take a trip to the mountains, right? So that means that you're going to go and come back pretty soon. 30, turn the heating up or down, right? You can say, remember that mostly in the US or in the northern countries where there are snow or when the winter is very cold, then you turn the heat up or turn the heat down, right? So this is very important because if you are visiting, sometimes even in a car, right, when you get into the airport, sometimes because this happens a lot, David, when you, I don't know if you have the opportunity to go to some other country, but that happens to us, when I travel and I get into a car and it's winter, the person thinks that, that since we are from Costa Rica, we need heat. So they turn on up the heat of the car very, very high, right? So sometimes we need to say, can you please turn the heat down? Because I mean, it's getting, it's very, very hot in the car, right? So that's something that is very common and very useful for us to be able to express it. Now, 31, we have volunteer, which is someone who works without being paid, especially helping other people, right? Same, very easy, that's a very easy word, volunteer. And the last word is volunteer, but as a verb. You can say, I am a volunteer, or you can say, I volunteer to, right? In this case, it's a verb, to offer to do something without being asked to do it, right? So you can say, yes, I'm going to volunteer to help this family, right? Or whatever. So that can be also, it can be a noun or it can be a verb. Are we clear, David, with this vocabulary?
Yes, but
Yes.
volunteer is not common. For me, use volunteer.
Is not common that word?
Yes, is. Could you show the meaning?
Sure. Yeah. In this case, well, remember we have we have two types. We have the verb to offer to do something. So, for example, you can say, "Hey, I want to volunteer to help a person," right? Right. So it's like a verb. I want to volunteer for something. But you can also use it as a noun, right? You can say someone who works with others. So you say, who wants to be a volunteer? You say, I want to be a volunteer, right? So you become a volunteer, right? So
I don't know, in Spanish is como fresco. Es como volunteer is como fresco. I don't know.
A volunteer is in Spanish. Let me see, because
volunteer.
I think this is mostly the same. Voluntario, right? Yeah. So yo soy un voluntario. That means that they're not paying you, right? They're not paying you.
Yes, it's a noun. It's a noun. It's
a noun and a verb.
In verb, like verb for me is more difficult because se me dificulta como pensar en cómo voluntarios es un verbo.
Yes, I know it can be a little bit difficult, but in English it's very, very common, right? So you can say, yeah, I want to volunteer for. Quiero ser voluntario para, right? I know in that, what happens is that in Spanish is only a noun, right?
Yes.
But you can also use it as a verb in English, right? So that's the way it works. Hi, Marielos, welcome. We are just seeing the vocabulary. I am recording this lesson, so you'll be able to see the whole vocabulary. Okay, Marielos.
Okay.
And welcome. Okay.
Okay.
So, well, let's go now to the book, to our lesson. And again, we are in lesson 27. So if you can turn to your books on lesson 27. And we're going to start with this listening part, actually, where it says, listen to a song and say which of the photographs you think it fits best. Okay, so let's look at these photographs first. Okay, let's focus on the photographs. Well, we have here the China wall, right? Then we have the like a subway or train, or people getting inside the train. We have a person over there like in a forest, and then we have like maybe some businessman, right, getting into a private jet. Okay, so let's again, we're going to listen to a song, and then let's listen carefully. Okay, David and Mariela, we're going to listen carefully, and then you're going to tell me which of the photographs do you think fits for the song. Okay.
Okay.
So let's listen then to the song, and after it finishes, then we can discuss which one fits better, which picture fits better for the song. Okay, I have it here, so let's start.
Unit 27. Introduction. Exercise 1.
Somewhere the sun is shining, somewhere the sky is blue, somewhere the silver lining is shining for me and you. And I know that the road is a hard one to travel on, over high mountains and by the sea strand. Out of the valley the sun never shines upon, to the gold glades of that sweet promised land.
Very interesting, right?
Unit 20.
Let me put it down here. Okay, which one do you think matches the song? Which of this picture and why?
Who start?
I'm sorry?
Who start? Can I?
Oh, yes, yes, go
start?
ahead, yes, go ahead, Marielos, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The song tells about the mountains up, the sky, the blue sky, the first I thought it was the below is
You mean this one, this picture here, the man in
yes,
the,
I
okay, the
think,
man in the forest.
but
Mhm.
yes, but I think the up of the mountains, I think the plane, the picture
Okay.
with the plane.
The
I
one
think,
with
no?
the
I don't know.
okay, okay, well, that's
I
your
don't.
that's what you're saying. David, do you agree with Marielos or you don't agree?
I agree with what the first impress that gets Marielos with the picture with the man.
With the man, yeah.
Yes, with the mountains.
Yeah, well, personally, I think that it's also this one, right? But but now we're going to listen it one more time, and over here in part 3, it says listen to the song again and write down the missing words. Okay, so we're going to listen again to the song and we're going to write down the missing words that we have here. Okay, so let's go back again here very quick. Let me see if it's this one. Just let me check. Okay, just a moment. I think it's
Pronunciation. Exercise 1.
okay. I'm sorry.
27.
Just a moment. Okay, that one. Okay, so we're going to listen it one more time and fill out the gaps. Okay, let's see how it goes.
Unit 27. Introduction. Exercise 1.
Somewhere the sun is shining, somewhere the sky is blue, somewhere the silver lining shining for me and you. And I know that the road is a hard one to travel on, over high mountains and by the sea strand. Out of the valley the sun never shines upon, to the gold glades of that sweet promised land.
Mhm.
Okay, let's check the answers. Okay, let's see. Which one is the first word? Somewhere the sun is
Shining.
Shining, shining.
correct. Shining, shining. Very easy. Somewhere the
Sky.
Sky.
sky is blue. And then see, somewhere the
I don't. I don't.
I
one-
don't understood.
that one was
No.
difficult.
That's it.
That one was difficult. It will be silver.
Silver. Okay.
Yeah, the silver lining. Lining is like maybe like the right, the lining, the the probably since there's talking about a river, maybe the when the sun hits the water, the lining, right, is color is silver, right? Like silver.
Mhm.
Now so lining is
Shining.
shining.
Shining. Mhm.
For me and you. And I know that the
Road. I don't know.
road, right? The road is a
Oh, I lost.
hard, is hard.
Hard.
Okay.
It's a hard one to travel on. It's a hard one to travel on. Over
High.
Height.
high mountains, right? High mountains. And by the sea strand.
Out of the
Out.
valley.
Out of the
Out
valley.
of the valley.
Out of the valley, the sun.
The valley, the sun. Ay, yo
Ever.
puse-
Never. Very
Never,
good. Very good,
never.
yeah. Never.
Never.
Never
Shines
shines.
upon.
Never. Okay. Never.
Never shines upon
The gold.
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 Mhm.
Gold glades of that sweet promise
Land.
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 Okay.
Land.
Land.
Well, that was a kind of an interesting song, right? Okay, very good, very good. So how was it? Did you put all of them?
Mm,
A little bit?
a little bit.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
I heard
uh-huh.
this week
Mhm.
most songs in without traduction.
Oh, that's good. Without translating them.
Translation.
Without
Translation.
translation. Yeah, without okay,
Okay.
okay. Very good, very good. Marielos, excellent. And that's little by little, that's what we need to do.
Yes. Last night I saw film,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
very rare.
Uh-huh.
Never I thought a film like that,
Uh-huh.
because have a very strong action.
Okay, so it
Action.
was like a lot of action, a lot of action.
Lot of action, and it was incredible.
Interesting. Well, good.
Yes,
But you saw it all in English, right?
all in English.
Perfect.
UK.
UK English. Wow, very good.
Yes,
Well,
I'm surprised.
Uh-huh.
It was a very happy moment for me.
Because did you understand the movie?
Yes.
Good. Perfect.
En muchas cosas las entendí enlazadas como en el contexto, pero me sorprendí.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm very happy.
Excellent. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, let's practice this speaking part very quick. David, why is the singer traveling? Do you think? Why is he traveling? You know, the guy that sings this song. Well, we know now that is this guy, right? Is this one.
Mhm.
So why do you think this singer is traveling? Give me some guess. Why?
Why the singer traveling?
Mhm.
I don't know. I in my case, it's just, I think if I am this man, I love the mountain because I for me is a good place to think.
Yeah,
To
okay. Mhm.
to how do you say meditar, reflexionar,
Meditate,
to
to
meditate,
reflect about things.
to reflect. Yes, I
Mhm,
think that, yeah, I love this place, the mountains for that. And
mhm,
when I get a travel in the mountains with my friends, is for me
mhm.
is I have moments for that.
So
Uh,
that's also, and so that's why you think also the man is traveling because he wants to just to reflect about things and just think about stuff and
Maybe.
okay, no, yeah, very good, David. And Marielos, number 5 says, look again at the photographs. Why are the people in them traveling? So can you tell me why maybe are these people in the first picture traveling? Why are these people in the China Wall traveling? And why are these businessmen traveling? Can you tell me why in each picture? Why do you think these people are traveling?
Oh, the first one, I think they're going to travel to work,
Maybe to going to work,
may
yeah, they're going to
work,
work. Mhm.
business, shopping, or something like this. That okay.
Okay.
The the second, I I they are making tourism.
Or
I think
doing tourism or yeah, because
doing tourism.
okay, yeah, doing tourism. They're tourists, okay. And now and this one,
Uh, this man is going is making is thinking or
he's thinking or they are thinking. Yeah, you remember to say
he's
he is
alone.
or they are.
He's alone man. I think is walking through the valley or
No, but this one, Mariela's this one. These guys over here.
this one.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah,
me. Excuse
yeah.
me. Two men with a wallet.
You say two men. Remember, you don't say
Two
men.
men.
Two
Two
men.
men. Two men. They're going to aboard the plane, maybe for business.
For business. Okay.
I
Yeah, definitely,
I thought-
probably. Yeah, it looks like it's for business that they're traveling. And David, the last one. What? Sorry. Yeah. What is the best way to travel in your opinion? What do you think is the best way to travel?
I think it depends. It depends of the kind of deal of travel. I think that in my case, you know, that the car is the better way, or the best way for travel. The car give me the facilities. It's comfortable. Give me facilities. But I think, for example, if I want to save money, I can get the public transportation, or for the for visiting another countries.
Mhm.
I think that the airplanes are the best
The best way.
way. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I think, of course, yeah. The faster, the best, right? And
Yes.
also, well, airplanes in certain way they are comfortable, right? Well, it depends if who's sitting beside you, but in general they're comfortable, right? So yeah, I think that definitely if you're gonna go to another country, definitely the airplanes are the best. Now, the grammar part for today that we're going to see a little bit of reflexive pronouns, right? Remember, a reflexive pronoun is myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. So we're going to see here how how can we combine maybe a verb plus a preposition plus a reflexive pronoun. For example, it says here, the subject of the verb or preposition is the same as its object. If we are talking in this case of a boy, then we need to go with himself, right? So we can say a boy of 15 should know how to look after himself, right? Cuidarse a sí mismo, right? So look after, remember. So a boy of 15 should know how to look after himself. So we say himself because this himself is talking about a boy, right? Now, this one also remember to give yourself plenty of time to reach the airport, right? So that's talking about, in this case, you, right? Now, if we're talking about they, then we need to use themselves, right? So for example, they never care about other people, only about themselves. So who is this themselves? Is they, right? So it's very important for the subject to match in this case, the reflexive pronoun, right? We're talking about a girl, then we can say herself, right? So it's very, very important for us to match this. Are you clear, David Marielos, with this meaning of myself, yourself? Do you know how to use them, or are you a little bit maybe confused with this?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
It's clear.
Okay.
It's
Perfect.
clear.
Perfect.
It's clear.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, the second part of this grammar is how to use each, every, or all plus the noun, right? So in this case, we can say each or every, which is the same thing, plus singular countable nouns, okay? So we can say every student had some chocolate, right? Or each student had some chocolate. So every and each are the same, right? Cada, in this case, every student, cada estudiante, right? Is the same thing as each. So you can say, for example, each person had the vaccine, right? So each, cada persona, right? Or every person got the vaccine, right? So in this case, the same. Now, we use each of, we need to use a plural countable noun. So if we use the preposition of, we need to use a plural one. For example, each of my friends. So we can say each of student. No, we can say each of the students. Yes, we can say that because in this case, if we use each of, we need to use plural countable nouns. Now, all can be also for plural countable or uncountable, okay? So you can say all the students had some chocolate, or you can say all the chocolate was eaten, right? So with all, we can use both. So in this case, we can say each of my friends, or we can say all my friends, right? But with each of, we can not use an uncountable. So I can say each of the water. No, because water is not countable. We can say all the water. With all, we can say we can use a countable or a non-countable. Are we clear with this part?
Yes, I
Yes.
think.
You think it's kind of interesting, right? And maybe I can send you this picture over here, and maybe for homework you guys can do some sentences with every, each of, all, and all, right? because this is something very, very important and very useful also for our communication. Now, we have a last one, which is this one, which is every, all, plus we say morning, night, week, month, etc. Right? So for example, we can say every morning, right? More than one morning, right? So cada mañana, right? So that means that every single morning something happens. Or if you say all morning is the whole of one morning. So you see the difference? If I say every day I do exercises, right? That means that the first day, the second day, the third day. But if I say all day, I rested, right? So that means that in just one day, I rest, okay? So this is something also that is very, very important. We can see here some examples. Like he visits his grandmother every week, right? Usually on Sunday. So that means every week, that means that is every single week, right? Now, if I say I've been ill all week and couldn't go to work, okay? So that means that you, like me, for example, I think I had COVID like for 2 weeks. So all those, I can say all week I was in bed, right? That means that the whole week I was just laying down on my bed, right? Now, the other example, we live in Poland, but we spend the summer in Spain every year. That means that every single year they spend the summer in Spain. Or the storm continued all night and no one could sleep. That means that the storm was all that night, only that night, the whole night. So I'm going to send you these two pictures, this one and this one. Well, probably also this, I mean, not this one here and this one, so that you can maybe write some examples for me, okay, for homework, because it's going to be very, very important for you to be able to do this part. Okay, I just want for us to practice. Actually, this is part of this, well, what we saw, but we're going to practice it in speaking. We're going to discuss here is that how earth friendly are you? Do you know this meaning, earth friendly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Friendly is like amigable con el ambiente.
Exactly. So let's see how earth friendly are you? Okay, let's see. So
how?
Let's go with the first question. It says, when you travel to school or work, you, in this case, David, which one will you choose? You are driven there by someone else who then returns home, or you drive yourself, or you walk or ride a bicycle, or do you use public transportation?
I use public transportation.
You use public transportation, okay? So
yes.
write it down, because the number one, you write down D, because in a moment
okay.
we're going to see we're going to do like a little test. What about you, Marielos? When you travel to work or school or to whatever place you want, what mean of transportation do you use?
I drive myself.
Very good. I drive myself. Excellent. Okay. B. So put B over there. Well, this one doesn't match with us, right? Because we don't use heat, right? We don't use heat over here. But so we're gonna skip it. Okay, we're gonna skip number 2. Let's go with number 3. David, when you go shopping, you usually buy things which are produced locally, or often ask yourself if you really need something before you buy it, or buy the cheapest things and don't worry about how and where they were made, or buy what you like when you like. What this is
I think that the B is my answer. I often ask myself if I really need something. or yes.
Okay, very, very interesting, David. What about you, Marielos? What when you go shopping, which of those options do you agree with?
Well, I'm agree with David. The same answer. The same answer, B. I agree with David.
Okay, B, excellent, perfect, perfect. Put it there, okay? Now let's go with number 4. The main reason for having a job is to save money for the future, to do something useful in society, to make use of your education and training, or to earn money and buy things you want. David, what about you?
I maybe the C, but I I don't know. Maybe the B or the C. I don't have I think maybe the C. I
C,
chose the.
you choose C, okay. Okay,
Choose
to
C.
make use of your education and training. Perfect. What about you, Marielos?
Well, I don't work.
Well, but
I
but before when you were
I
working,
don't.
maybe you have never
No.
worked.
Mm.
Well, let's
Uh,
let's pretend that you are working. Which one will you choose for working?
I'm choose the D to earn money and buy things that I need.
That
I
I
want.
want. That I want. Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
that I
Perfect.
want.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. D. So put D over there. Okay. Now,
Yes.
David, number 5. You get most of your food from your own garden, a local producer, a supermarket, or a fast food restaurant.
a supermarket.
Supermarket. Okay.
Yes, supermarket.
Okay. Marielos?
Yes. See, a
C also.
supermarket.
Okay.
Also.
Perfect. Also
Also.
the supermarket. Okay, perfect. Let's go with number 6. You choose your food because it is produced by people who take care of the environment, good for your health, cheap and tasty, quick and convenient. David?
I think that I choose the C. Cheap.
Cheap and tasty. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And Marielos, what about you?
B.
Good.
Yes.
Good for you, for your health. That's the type
Two.
of food.
A and B. The two.
Okay,
Mhm.
both. A and
The
B.
both. The
Both of
both.
them.
Yes.
You can say both of them.
Both of them. Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good. David, number 7. You normally eat because you're hungry, you want to reward yourself, it's a meal time, or you feel bored.
I think that I love it. I love eating. But so I chose the A.
Hey, just because you're hungry, that's it.
Yes.
Okay. Marielos, what about you?
It's a meal time and B. The both. I want to reward myself, and it's the time, the meal time. Mhm.
Oh, but you need to choose only one. Marielos, choose one here.
One.
Yeah.
Well, it's a meal time.
It's meal time. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. We're almost done. We have 10 questions. So let's go with number 8. David, you choose leisure activities that require a lot of special equipment and clothes, or you can do at or near your home, or that you don't require any effort, or to keep fit.
I think that I choose the B as the can do it or near my home.
Okay, okay, very good. And Marielos, what about you? Your leisure activities?
Well,
B?
B.
Okay, you can do it also like David, also like David.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Okay, David, number 9. For you, the people who really matter are your family, live near you, are you and your best friend, or it can be any human being.
I think that can be any human beings.
Really? Okay, very
I
interesting.
think
very
that
interesting.
I think my family is very important, but I think that for me it's important any people that God permit that I in my life.
Okay, very interesting.
I think that we.
Okay, very interesting, David. Very good. And Marielos, what about you?
Well, at the time, my family, A,
Right, A.
right now.
Right now is A, your family. Perfect. Now, let's go with the last one. You feel, David, that the future of the earth is the responsibility of governments, is the responsibility of us all. It's not something an individual can help to change, or it's not something to worry about.
I think is the B is responsibility of us all.
Of us all. Okay. Marielos, what about you?
Yes, the B is our responsibility.
Of us all. Okay. Okay. Very good.
Of
very
us.
good. Of us all. Okay.
Of us.
Well, I will send you this, but backwards, so that you can check your answers, and you can tell me how many points you got, and then we can see if you are an earth friendly or not. Okay. So I'll send you the answers for the pointing, also with the other pictures that I'm going to send you. Okay, very good. Very good conversation. Okay, I'm just going to tell you which parts of this lesson we need to do for homework. And please, if you have questions when you're doing the lesson, please let me know, okay? Because it is very important for us to have that information. I'm going to also download in the platform this other listening, so that you can also do it, okay? And here it's similar what we did, but here it says here, we're going to listen to a radio program again and complete these notes using between 1 or 3 words in each space, right? So we're going to listen to a radio program, and we're going to fill out these spaces, okay? So that's when I'm gonna tell you when I'm going to download, right? Probably between today and tomorrow, this lesson is going to be there, okay? And something that
the whole page is only the part of listening.
Yes, well, in this case, yeah, it's page 175, but let's say we're gonna do the listening part, but we're going to also practice a little bit of adverbs. Okay, remember that adverbs are words that ends with ly. In Spanish, we like mente, right? So if I say luckily, we suertudamente, right? But I don't know if that works for Spanish, but, or for example, so surprisingly, sorpresivamente, right? But we can do this part. It says adverbs at the beginning of sentences, so we can work with these adverbs. And also, it's very important for us to do part 3, where it says, and now complete this sentence using your own ideas, right? So for example, if I say, I went to bed very late last night, surprisingly. So what is the meaning of this? Well, I wasn't tired this morning, right? So, and again, if you have questions specific about this, please let me know, okay? Because it's very important for us to know the meaning of these adverbs, okay? And regarding what we just saw today, all the pronouns, please do this. This page is very important, page 176. So we're gonna be working on reflexive pronouns. So it says complete the sentence using the correct form of the verb and reflexive pronoun, right? And then this grammar spot is what we just saw about using every, each, or all, okay? So please do this. And then over here, this one is also very important because we're going to complete these sentences using every, each, or all, okay? But remember that I'm going to send you those pictures, right? So that you can study with those pictures and try to do this this practice, okay? So for now, well, yeah, this is just like a review, right? Like, for example, remember when we saw the passive, if you want, you can also do this page and review some of the activities that we have done, okay? But the activities that I told you are like the most important to work during this week, okay? So that would be the lesson for today. I don't know if you have some extra questions or comments before we finish today's lesson.
Okay. Well, I must study more
You must
and
study.
more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yes,
But
yes.
I mean, I've seen that you guys are improving a lot, you know, in your speaking and also in the listening and everything. So that's I'm glad about that.
Yes.
And we're almost done with the book, right? So that's also something good. And I think that you guys have been very responsible in these classes. So again, I'm very glad about that. So please look where I'm going to tell you when the lesson is going to be in the platform and the listening part. I'm going to tell you about that. And please work on this lesson during the week. And any questions, let me know, please. Okay, so that you won't. I mean, I really want for you to understand everything that we saw today. So
Thank you, teacher.
so thank you,
Thank you.
David. Thank you, David. Thank you, Marielos. We will see you then next week.
I have a
Good night.
question.
Oh, you have a question?
Good
Go ahead.
night.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, Marielos.
The others classmates, where are?
I don't know. The pastor healing today, and I'm going to call the other. I'm going to call Claudia and Estrella to see what's going on. I don't know about it. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
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 So thank you.
I'm
Thank you
very curious. Good
Yeah,
night.
that's okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good night. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, David. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.